Good evening, folks. My name's Braden Carpenetti. I work with Carpenetti Construction. We're out here on a claim 0181L238C. It's currently April 9th, 2025, 68 degrees. And so what State Farm is recognizing is one of these wind damaged shingles, and what I'm going to attempt to do is to repair this one damaged shingle. And before I start, it's the tool every roofer uses for architectural shingles. I'm going to use this to delaminate gently and as carefully as possible the top two rows, just so I can pull the 2 rows of nails out. And so, just to start, you can see that this one's a little delaminated, but this one isn't. Let's begin. So that one's completely delaminated already. Gently pick this up and see where my nails are. Definitely fastened properly. More than 5 nails in this. All right, one more row. What's starting to happen is it's starting to delaminate already, but I'll continue. Should have a few more. And this thing should slide out. Same thing here, that's starting to delaminate. That one's good, this one's good. That one's starting to delaminate, but this should be ready to pull this one out. Nope, maybe not. Let's see. I should have maybe one more stuck here somewhere. Here, we'll pull it out. All right. What we're going to replace it with is a like kind and quality material, just your regular dimensional shingle, and we're going to slide it back up, get it level, and all right, and so before I start, to properly fasten this shingle, I have to lift these up a minimum of 30 degrees just so I can strike my hammer with the nail on it and get it properly fastened. And with doing that, hold on, let me move these so I don't cause any holes to be in the roof. Thank you, Camden.
Oh, that's a good one.
But to strike this nail flat is the most important part of the process, because if it's turned one way or another, it's going to cause stress and a tear on the shingle, which is going to leave it vulnerable for water protrusion. So again, it's got to strike completely flat on the nail line. And let's get started. Again, starting to delaminate. I'm gonna try and not lift it as high. Delamination. So it's already failing. Delamination. Horizontal striation already starting to happen. And why you don't want any horizontal striations is, as shingles get old and as they get brittle, this eventually the granules are going to weep out of this, and it's just going to be strictly fiberglass. Water's going to find a way to get through here and hit one of these fasteners for an area for water to come through. So let's go ahead though. One more should be fine. All right, one more row to go. Delamination, same thing. Horizontal striation starting to happen at the first tar line. A few more. Same thing. And let's do one more. All right, let's go over what's happened with replacing that one damaged shingle. So, right here, delamination. Fail. Not quite, well, starting to delaminate, but another one here, and you can see at the bottom, get up close. All right. Again, same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. It's starting to happen, but so a strong wind comes through, it's going to pretty much just pick these keys up. It's going to get under here, and it's going to cause further damage to the shingles that were perfectly fine to begin with. What we'd like to do is ask for State Farm to reconsider their stance on this claim and to just put it into further consideration. If you could, that'd mean a lot to us. Thank you. Have a good day.